And that's when we send it out to Las Vegas, where Oscar De La Hoya is joining us right now, the head of Golden Boy Promotions. Oscar, good to have you on Daily News Live, presented by Citi. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
You are here to promote the fight between Bernard Hopkins and Wright. Why is this fight, in your estimation, so compelling?
Well, I think it's compelling, first of all, because they're fighting for the ring championship belt, where first you don't pay no sanctioning fees, which is a blessing for the fighters, and secondly is there's no politics involved with that ring championship belt. In order to fight for that title, you have to be the best of the best, and you have Bernard Hopkins against Wright, which is going to be a very entertaining fight, I think, because I think both fighters know that they're at the tail end of their careers.
Hey, Oscar, it's Chris Mannix with SI. How are you?
How's it going, man?
I'm doing well. So, listen,
Good.
Your fight was billed as the fight to save boxing, and everybody wanted to know if the fights after that were enough to build momentum for boxing to recover. Do you think the subsequent fights after your fight have been the type of quality that people need to see?
Well, you know what? It's funny because yeah, people were saying, well, it's the fight to save boxing. You know what? I don't think boxing has to be saved. I mean, you have fighters overseas filling up 60, 70,000 seat arenas. I mean, you have Calzaghe filling up 35,000 seat arenas. You have our fight doing 2.3 million pay-per-view buys. I mean, does boxing really have to be saved? Not really. I mean, we need more superstars in the sport, that's for sure. But, you know, we're doing fine and dandy. I mean, you know, we're having this fight here with Bernard Hopkins and Wright. We're almost sold out. So, I mean, if you bring these fights and you put them together, I mean, people will come and watch.
But, Oscar, it's Chris Carlin also here in New York. You know, the one thing that you take a look at, though, is, you know, in this country, maybe boxing does need to be saved. You mentioned overseas. That's fine. But, you know, here there aren't those stars. And, you know, your fight, a lot of people thought was a little bit disappointing, you know, moving forward from it. You know, what can boxing do in this country specifically to get the interest back?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, and I have to agree with you. I mean, I was very, very disappointed. I mean, you know, I mean, here you have a guy in Mayweather who's talking all the trash in the world, saying he's going to knock my head off. And what does he do? He just goes in there and survives. I mean, hey, if we're hyping this fight to be the fight to save boxing, then let's fight, you know? And you know, it was very disappointing, but you know, I mean, that's just the way the cookie crumbles, I guess, you know. And we have to, you know, we have to make sure that what I want to try and do is maybe to save the sport, so to speak, is, you know what, let's get smaller rings, and then you'll have more action. You'll have no choice but to fight. So it's a simple solution to a problem that is a big problem.